All right, you wonderful mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, so this is going to be one of the things you're going to get covered on Gobster, Thoughts of a Brummie. So, you may or may not be aware that I am a massive Doctor Who fan. Well, I was a massive Doctor Who fan, except for when Jodie Whittaker came in, and then it just went to shit in a handbasket. Because it did that, because it all became woke and pointless and shit. Any case, I did a series which is currently on the original channel Gobster. You'll have to let me know whether you would like me to transfer those over to this channel, which would take a while, because a while ago, a good friend of mine had got pancreatic cancer. It was terminal. And he said to me that the last thing he would love to do is to actually do a series talking about Doctor Who. And that's exactly what we did. Did not know how long he would have, did not know how far down the series we would get. But in the end, we managed to actually do a review of every single episode of Doctor Who, from the Timeless Child to the very last one of the Peter Capaldi era. We didn't touch Jodie Whittaker. I did talk about Jodie Whittaker's series, which was awful. That was it then. I was done. I couldn't watch anymore. So we did all that. So I would never class myself as a Whovian, but I do really, really enjoy the show. It's one of the best sci-fi shows ever. It's right up there, you know. And it was British, well, up until recently, when they took Disney's money and then spaffed away £100 million, not dollars, pounds, spaffed it away on a steaming pile of dog shit, where because of Russell T Davies and his everything's got to be gay, we had a gay doctor at the end, Shooty Gatwan, a gay black man, prancing around as the Doctor, wearing a skirt. And the acting was diabolical, the scripts were diabolical, everybody switched off. And they did with a spin-off, because they were going to go all, like, you know, spin-offs. And they did Between the Land and the Sea, which was about unit against the Sea Devils. And it was that good, it only ever went on iPlayer, because no one wanted to watch it. Even the BBC were embarrassed by that steaming pile of shite. So, as it came to the end, Shooty Gatwan had decided, because Hollywood had said hello, that he was done, he was walking off, gave excuses like he got a bad back and knees from dancing, which was just a load of crap. We all knew that he didn't want to be there because he realised how shit it was. So he went. So they had a regeneration, but they had actually no idea what they were going to do, didn't know where everything was going to go. So what they then did was just throw Billy Piper on as Rose Tyler and go, oh, hello. And that was how it was left. And then as that was left, Russell T Davies said, don't worry, we're coming back at a Christmas special in 2026. Now, the thing is, when he said that, we all knew that's exactly what wasn't going to happen, because it was just a desperate attempt to try and keep people engaged in Doctor Who, which by this time, it was only getting about 1.5 million viewers in the UK from its heyday of like 16 to 17 million. It was done. It was dead in the water. He hadn't wrote a script. It was just PR. Well, eventually and finally, yesterday, the BBC announced that the Christmas special is done, dusted, gone, nada, not going to happen. And Russell T Davies has also said he's finished. He also said that he hadn't wrote a script. Well, no, that's very, very true. We all knew this. We all knew that it was dead in the water. Now, what caused the biggest problem, which is what the BBC wouldn't say, is the fact that when Shooty Gatwa was going and basically leaving him in the shit, the BBC decided to look for a new doctor. And no one wanted to do it. No one wanted to touch it. Because why would you want a poison chalice? This shit. No one wanted it. So they couldn't get a doctor. So no one wanted to play Doctor Who because no one wanted to touch the toxic series with a cattle prod. The BBC in the announcement said, we're asking for more production companies. Any production company would like to come in and reboot the series and work with us. No production company is going to do that. One, because it's a poison chalice. Two, they'll just go, hold on a minute, Disney did that. And they gave them £100 million and they produced that, which hardly anyone in this country watched. And in America, they don't like to release it. Disney's got the figures, but it never polled, it never rated anything. It was just an absolute unmitigated disaster for Disney Plus. So no righteous company is going to come in and go, oh yeah, we'll come and do that. That's great, we'll do that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. So Doctor Who is dead. One of the best beloved sci-fi series ever. Even the storylines it produced and even the shoestring budget were just brilliant. The actors that up until Jodie Whittaker, the actors that played the Doctor were just brilliant. Remember, it was Doctor Who that made that idiot David Tennant's career. If it wasn't for Doctor Who, you probably would only remember him from Casanova. And there's another guy who's just gone off the rails. But in any case, but it was everything. It was a show people could watch. Christmas specials, you would get 17 million people tuning in to watch the Doctor Who Christmas special. At its height, as I said, when the David Tennant era and the Matt Smith, you're looking at an average of 12 million people every episode. And then they made it woke. It started at the end of Peter Capaldi's era when they eventually threw Peter Capaldi, who would have been one of the greatest doctors ever, threw him under the bus for woke diversity bullshit. And then we brought in Jodie Whittaker, and that was the end of it. It was all over. Not only was it because Jodie Whittaker was a terrible actress, she's never been any good at anything. And I'll be honest, she's just wrong. But the problem with Jodie Whittaker is she was one of those actors who just read off the page, didn't add anything to the Doctor. Whereas if you look at all the other Doctors, they add their bit, they add their stamp on. I am the Doctor. Yeah, she didn't. And the scripts were just woke, preachy bullshit. We won't go over that. I did a series I just couldn't do it anymore. And then when she finished, we had to have the gay black man prancing around pretending he's the Doctor. I mean, we even had to make up a boy regeneration, where instead of regenerating like they normally do, he split into two different Doctors. Absolute horse shit. It reflected, no one watched. So listen, BBC, because no one wants you anymore. Defund the BBC. You're hemorrhaging cash because people just don't pay their TV license anymore because you just are poison. You hate the British public. So when it comes to Doctor Who, you destroyed it. You ruined a brilliant franchise. Something that you could have done and kept doing, and it would have rolled in the money. I mean, the biggest indicator that there was something going is merchandising, can't speak this morning, sales went through the toilet. You know, people used to collect Doctor Who, and they still do, but they won't buy any of the new shit. And if your merchandising starts to collapse and people stop stocking your merchandise, you know you're screwed. It's all your fault. Another brilliant TV show completely destroyed by woke ideology. And if you are a production company and you're thinking, well, maybe I could take it because it'll be cheap, don't, because the BBC will add a shit ton of caveats and it will make sure that you have to have a black, lesbian, Palestine action supporting disabled person, woman, playing the Doctor, because that's what they want. It's just like they did with Star Wars, just like they did with Star Trek. They just destroy it for their own woke propaganda and then can't understand why everybody just goes, can't watch it. Every decent program in this world has been destroyed by woke ideology. Films have been destroyed by woke ideology. It's a shame, but at least we still got the classic stuff, which is mind-blowing. Well, any case, there you go. That's my take on the end of Doctor Who. Rest in peace, Doctor Who. 9 years ago, you should have finished the last episode of Peter Capaldi's when he said, "Doctor, I let you go." Then the doctor should never have come back. Not for a long time. Not until we got people who actually care about the show. Any case. Links to my social media down below. Thank you so much for watching. Whenever you catch up with this, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening. As you can hear, the rain is pounding on the roof here in the United Kingdom while I'm recording this. It's been great. Thanks so much. Like, share, subscribe, hype, comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. And if you do hit that subscribe button, don't forget to ding the bell and select it to all. Right then, I'm going to go get wet. See you in a bit.
One day, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine. Goodbye, Susan. Goodbye, my dear.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.